let's dive into the chill out system, your new toolkit for handling difficult people without losing your cool or your dignity. This isn't just another theoretical framework, it's a practical, step by step approach that you can start using today. Let's break down what chill out means. C, calm yourself. First things first, you need to manage your own emotional state before you can handle anyone else's. When you feel your temperature rising, this is your signal to pause and breathe. You know that feeling when your heart starts racing and your thoughts get scattered? That's your stress response kicking in. Try this. Take 3 deep breaths, counting to 4 on the inhale and 6 on the exhale. Do that 3 times. It seems simple, but it actually triggers your body's relaxation response. I call this the reset button for your emotions. H, hold back. This is where you resist your urge to react immediately. Remember the old advice about counting to 10? Well, sometimes you need to count to 100. The key is creating space between the trigger and your response. Here's a practical tip. When somebody sends you an email that activates your emotions, write your response, but don't send it. Save it as a draft. Come back to it the next day. You'd be amazed at how different your response might be after some time has passed. And if you need to give it another day, go for it. I, identify triggers. Become a detective of your own reactions. What exactly is pushing your buttons? Is it the person's tone, their timing, the way they copy your boss on every email? For example, maybe your micromanager's constant checking doesn't really bother you, but their questioning of your expertise does. Understanding your specific triggers helps you respond more strategically instead of reactively. L, listen actively. This one's crucial and often the hardest when we're dealing with difficult people. Instead of preparing your defense while they're talking, really listen to what they're saying. Sometimes what seems like difficult behavior is actually a poorly expressed need. Try this technique. After they speak, summarize what you heard before responding. You might say something like, "So what I'm hearing is," or "I want to make sure that I really understand you." This not only ensures you've understood, but often helps the other person feel heard. L, look for solutions. Instead of focusing on who's right and who's wrong, shift your energy to finding solutions. This is about moving from who's to blame to how do we fix this? For instance, if your blame shifter is pointing fingers about a missed deadline, redirect the conversation like, "Okay, how can we get this back on track? What resources do we need to move forward?" O, opt for empathy. Now, this doesn't mean excusing bad behavior. It means trying to understand where it's coming from. Remember, difficult people are often struggling with their own fears and insecurities. Here's a powerful perspective shift. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with them?" ask, "What might be happening in their world to cause this behavior?" U, use time wisely. Sometimes the best response is to buy yourself some time. This isn't about procrastination, it's about choosing the right moment and approach for addressing issues. If somebody demands an immediate response to a complex issue, it's okay to say, "I want to give this the thought it deserves. May I get back to you tomorrow?" T, take responsibility. This last step is about owning your part in any situation. It doesn't mean taking the blame for others' bad behavior, but it does mean acknowledging where you might be contributing to the dynamic. Ask yourself, how might my actions or reactions be affecting this situation? What can I do differently? And one thing that we both advise you consider is that you are probably your difficult person's difficult person. Keep that in mind for some perspective. So let me show you how this all comes together in a real scenario. Say your two-faced colleague just criticized your project in a meeting after telling you privately it was great. Here's the chill out system in action. Calm yourself. Take those deep breaths before responding. Hold back. Resist the urge to call them out publicly. Identify triggers. Notice that it's the public criticism that really bothers you. Listen actively. Pay attention to the specific concerns they're raising. Look for solutions. Focus on addressing any valid points about the project. Opt for empathy. Consider what might be driving their behavior. Use time wisely. Wait for a private moment to address the issue. Take responsibility. Reflect on how to manage this relationship better going forward. The beauty of this system is that it works with any type of difficult person we've discussed. It keeps you focused on what you can control, your own responses and actions. Remember, the goal isn't to change the difficult person. That's just impossible. It's to change how you handle them. Sometimes just changing your response can shift the entire dynamic of the relationship. Next up, we'll talk about what to do when even the chill out system isn't enough, when dealing with difficult people doesn't work. But first, think about a challenging situation you're facing right now. How might you apply these steps to handle it more effectively?